Hello and welcome back to Hearts of Iron 3, and where we left off we had a crash during the Battle of the Narrows. Now luckily the autosave was at the beginning of the month and it only crashed on the 2nd. So we're going to play it from now and see if that crash occurs again. So there are 3 naval battles going on at the moment. We have one here with 18 ships, which is led by the Courageous and the Glorious against the Giulio Cesare, the San Giorgino and the RM Pisa, but not a crazy amazing force. Off the Breton coast we have a fight against some submarines, where the Suffolk and several destroyers are making their way forwards to engage them. Hopefully we'll beat them back. And then we have one further battle going on in the north, which I think we saw in the last episode, but you know, I'm just going to make sure that it definitely gets sunk. So, yeah, the Gneisenau just got sunk. What about the Tirpitz? 0. I read 0. And there we go. We did lose the Nelson, so that was disappointing to lose a pretty major battleship, but I'll take that for sinking the Gneisenau and the Tirpitz. That's a good trade. And in fact, I'm going to return these guys to port now, because they have no other major naval units that I now need to worry about, really, up there. So that was a very good start. Now, this is the real battle here. 34 on 21. Let's see how this goes. Where are our battleships? There they are. Can we please? There we go, we're engaging. So, we're engaging the RM Giuseppe Garibaldi, the RM Antonio Unstrameri and the Bandamere. You're engaging the Giulio Cesare. They are being pushed back there. We've crushed several destroyers. Game's not crashed yet, so that's good. Bit of air combat going on over Brighton. Nothing we can't handle though. Let's see if we can't just do a little tiny bit of naval bombing, because I've spotted some subs here. Map of the Thames, you found them? No. Oh, look, we got a bit of French resistance. Look at that. Now, in North Africa, things are going very well. We've picked up where we ended on the last episode, and as you can see, we are forcing them back like no one's business. And in fact, I'm going to rest that unit now. Got to move up our troops a little bit quicker. I really wish the 7th Armoured Brigade would just move up a small amount faster. And we're being attacked in Malta again by 3 infantry divisions. Let's just make sure that this battle finishes. In fact, it looks like it has already. Oh, the Littorios decided to come out. Free battle. Oh my god, that is vicious. Oh, they. Wow. Okay, that was interesting. Right, battleships. Let's just head to Malta. What are we dealing with here? Nothing at the boot. Got a whole 3 ships. This was pretty major victories, to be fair. Like, exactly what we wanted, really. We've got a couple of heavy howitzers. I wouldn't call them howitzers, I called them naval guns, but let's just make sure we're getting a lot of supply. Yeah, more convoys out. Let's go and get some more convoys. Let's keep building it up. Going to keep building as many convoys as possible. Right, I'm going to move the little ships out. And I'm going to embark these units like so. And I am going to move them to here. Ooh, and Yugoslavia has joined. Okay. That is very interesting. Denmark doesn't look like it's going to be brought down anytime soon. Let's get over that. Oh, there we go. So we're going to break this blockade, sink another couple of destroyers. So they lost some heavy cruisers, or some light cruisers, a few more destroyers, and a... Ooh, baby. That's filthy. Right, and we're going to disengage from that battle now. Won the Battle of Malta there, relatively easily. And let's fall back. Now here, I want to see progress, like Julio Cesare. It's just not getting destroyed, is it? And they've got a whole bunch of naval units just sort of dotted around, but nothing to particularly worry about. And I imagine the Yugoslavian threat is causing the Germans a little bit of concern. Right, how's North Africa or East Africa looking? It's a little bit more like it. Let's clear them the fuck out. We are attacking over some rivers, but we're attacking into plains. Go. Right, and you know what? I'm actually going to move the infantry up because they're slightly faster. Things looking good so far. And hopefully we will outflank them. In fact, it definitely looks like we've outflanked them. Let's use the militia to move up. Just plug any gaps. And we've got another airfield here, so I can move up. Yeah, another fighter wing. And it feels like we've... Ah, so the Italians just declared war randomly and got a load of their units just caught in the middle of Yugoslavia. Oh, that's brilliant. The Italian army, ladies and gentlemen, living up to its prestigious reputation as being completely useless. No. Don't have a lot of battleships in position to help this, but I do have the full force of about 1 million. Oh, I moved them north. Well, they don't have... Right, where's a good airbase? Right. let's move to Taunton. Yeah, let's do that. And then let's use all the air assets we have. Because we don't have a huge amount, but we got a decent enough amount. Yeah, okay, naval strike. And you're on 3. Now, we do have the ship advantage. Oh, go on, Cornwall. Smack it. Oh, baby. It's a triple. Come on, this is an opportunity here to not only sink. Don't you pull out, Frank Twist. Don't you dare. You get those fuckers. I want to see them burn. Sink the Bismarck! Right, come on. These aren't... Okay, they are stuck in port. We know where they are, at least. Let's take what we do have available and port strike. And let's go for port strike with them as well. Okay, that was well played. I mean, we've stopped them from breaking out into the Atlantic, at least. They've been bottled up, well and truly. Oh, and there we go. That's a further encirclement around Benghazi. Just that, another 4 divisions. Very good. As I say, the next sort of plan is going to be to move on Ras Al Hanouf. Well, sorry, Ras Lanuf, and then Asidra. Okay, so we've won the Battle of Assab, which means we're going to take their next port. We're attacking there, let's just hold there. We've managed to link up now with the French. They do have a lot of troops just dotted around still. Let's just get all of our troops up into position. Apart from that militia unit there. I'm going to move this militia unit up as well. Everyone's moving up accordingly. Let's get into Naktumi. Is that how you pronounce it? I have no idea. We really are doing our best here to push in. Looks like we've got some additional French help in Barbera. 46 naval units just randomly dotted about. Crazy. And there we go. That is the end of them. I'm going to hold with the Australian brigade there. And hopefully... yeah, they've not attacked us in the south. We are bombing the repair facility. got 8 units there, 6 there. Nothing sort of crazy. Let's move those guys opposite them in Plymouth. Well, actually, is there a sea zone straight into the Western Channel other than the Channel Islands? Let's position Warspite there and our heavy cruisers here. And then let's see if we can tent them out. Our Dutch allies are doing a lot of damage with their naval units, sinking yet more Italian ships. And I think our flotilla has arrived, or hopefully it'll be arriving soon. How long does it take? About halfway through the journey. No sign yet of an invasion of Norway. If it takes too long, I could land troops at Göteborg. You know what? That's what I'm going to do. Sick of waiting. Let's take this escorted fleet to Göteborg and just do a transport order. And there's the attack on Slagnese that we were expecting. If we have any specific anti-aircraft units, they might be useful. Although we could move some fighter plane support. Let's do that. So Naval Duke. Both have no leader. Let's give you leaders. We'll have Tuck make his way to Copenhagen. And Naval Duke can make his way to Malmo. Very good, and then they can provide the air support for the Slagnese area. Battleships need to move up as well. Just to make sure we don't get interdicted by any pesky submarines. And North Africa is going ridiculously well. I can't remember exactly where they got to during World War II. So how many troops have we caught here? Oh, that's disappointing. 15k. I was expecting more than that. But, oh well. We have overtaken their route of supply here. Hobart Percy's looking very good as a general. Oh, and we've got a decision to recruit an absolute shit ton of African units. So, let's save the game here. Hopefully it doesn't crash. Hearts of Iron Crash Edition. And let's recruit all of the African units to the front. That should get rid of that. Yeah, very good. And I do believe that means we get a load of divisions somewhere. I don't know where. Ah, here we go. Some Atrian Ascari and some Dubats. I have no idea what that means. So I don't mean to offend anyone. Pushed into Gondar. That one single unit of militia has caused us no end of problems. I can't wait for them to be bloody well dealt with. Still losing convoys, but we're a lot more greens than reds now. We've got yet more convoys on the way mid-April. So in Slagnice, doesn't look like Denmark is going to be capitulating anytime soon. There it is. There's the invasion. They lost in Oslo. I got a better idea. Let's unload the HQ apparatus in Oslo. Here it comes. Operation Viserbong has begun. And let's unload the other units in Bergen. They've already taken Narvik, but we can handle that. Narvik isn't a crazy large port. Right, Home Fleet, I need you to patrol these areas now. We can't lose the battle for Norway, because it will underpin our whole Swedish defense. And you know what? You guys need to get in and defend Oslo, Sweden, accordingly, and in Bergen you need to do the same. Get involved, go, mobilize. Heavy water, and we just got frigates to the next level. Very good. Everything's falling into place in the Northern Theatre. Let's make sure that we don't lose it now. And you know what? Let's get our air assets up there as well. Good. So what airfields have we got to deal with? We've got 4 airfield there. What else? Lillehammer's a 1, that's a 4. Trondheim has a major airfield. Let's get forces there. And then Oslo, yeah, let's get you some air support. And we can move to, is that Gothenburg? Yeah. Let's move them as well. Let's get everyone into position. We can defend Oslo and Bergen. We will win this. Let's get the Home Fleet out in force here as well. Let's make sure they can't get any more troop support, because this is a scripted invasion. Bergen has a level 4 port. So in theory, we should be able to defend this. They're attacking Slagnice. Any chance of them winning there? Probably not. Let's just attach these guys to home command. It's the easiest thing to do. And I'm going to put them on air intercept on there. 25th Panzer. And there we go. Right. Mobilize the Norwegian Expeditionary Force. Let's move to Lillehammer with the HQ unit there. And land our troops. Yeah, there. Okay, so those 2 divisions need to move up towards Stahlheim. Move our couple of mountain divisions straight in. Let's go into the fray. We're going to counterattack. And then I'm going to use our air power to support those units. And break out of our encirclements. Right, can't reach them there. Right, Von Falkenhorst only has 3 units. We've got the skill to win this. We can do this. There's a lot of troops there. A lot of this is going to depend on how quickly we can push out. Push out from Oslo. You are being supplied. Definitely. In fact, have we got any other... up here. Use the transport planes to keep supply. Definitely going to hold them in the south. Kristiansand, this is looking rather difficult. These are good ports. But if we can bottleneck them, so infrastructure-wise, if we can bottleneck them here and along this river line, or even at Bygland, but the river line, these 3 provinces, and Oder. Let's keep the pressure up. Supply. We can't let them get any major airfields. We need to deny them all the airfields that we can. And we need the Swedes to get involved very quickly. So, transport ship hull has improved. And we've got the mechanical computing advance. We can get onto the next level of fighters and bombers now. And I think we might have finally got these guys out of unfriendly territory. It's only taken them the better part of 100 years to get out of Japan and Siam. Right, let's start production on more convoys. We just want to battle at the Hofsteinfloss, or whatever it was. So at Dremen, Voss. That looked like a Norwegian victory. Yeah, there we go. I'm going to use that mountain division to move up there. And I'm going to repurpose those planes onto that marine. Let's hold them in place. The battle. It's not where our battleships want to be, but they'll handle it. German army is mobilized pretty quickly. We need to break out before they get there. Let's try a little encirclement there. And you know what? Let's just use these extra units. Let's just make the AI fuck up. Keep going. So the whole of southern Norway has been taken. Moving very slowly in the north. Slagnese. Still holding them in place. Let's get another support guy there. And we are melting them. Go, that's more like it. We're going to break out at Bergen. We should be able to hold them at Oder. Or at Thun. Oh, no, let's just hold them at Oder. Let's not go too far. Some naval combat. More submarines. In fact, how is German submarine production? Lots of battleships, actually. See, every battleship that the Germans build is one less tank to fight the Soviets when that battle comes. Things seem to be going well in Yugoslavia-ish. Can't convince the Romanians to join us, can I? No. I should have probably tried to get them into our faction a lot sooner, but... oh well. And there we go, our Marines have just arrived. So, what I am going to do is... I am going to take the 3rd Mediterranean Fleet, and I'm going to attach them to those landing craft, and then I'm going to return that transport fleet back to the UK, and then I'm going to make a landing somewhere. I just haven't worked out where. Fourth Indian Division can move up. Along with our British units. Or actually, could land more troops. Let's leave the Brits behind. And let's have them form part of our landing crew in a minute. Because if we can take Tripoli, we've won. Down to their last unit there. There we go, and that's another load of destroyers sunk. Including the last remnants. And I think that I'll class as our first major victory on land, you know. Right, move up. Let's outflank. Let's use the Highland Division to outflank as well. And you know what? I'm going to use my fighters just to finish bombing the 3rd Panzer Abteilung. I'll try and desperately to reach their force in the north, but they're not going to. Ooh. That wasn't good. And in the Battle of the Nile Delta, they are being Ruined. Another load of destroyers destroyed. Destroyers destroyed. Well. Right, 42 radar. Twin engine, medium fuel tank. We've managed to surround another battalion unit now. And then we'll launch the next stage of our North African campaign. And they've been reduced to a very thin strip of land now. And we're going to surround them there. And I think the Italians have been dealt with. They're looking like they're probably a little bit low on supply. Yeah. It should be a cakewalk now for the rest of the East Africa campaign. And I don't think there's any... No. Okay, so... if I use my tank division just to push up to here, yeah, and then we'll use our cavalry division as well to push up. Right, we won the Battle of Kunzberg. I want to use these guys now to supply here. This is how the British are meant to execute a war, don't you know? It's a shame that we can't move a little bit quicker out of here. These aren't the best, you know, these are definitely not the best units. Right, move up. Keep going. Apparently going to get there on the 6th. I think you'll be bombed out of existence by then, personally. And I think we've secured Norwegian independence, you know. And I think we just caught a reinforcement fleet there. I'm going to get to May, and then I'm going to call it an episode. We're doing well. This is going better than the French campaign. Not that the French campaign went badly. I want to point out we did well. But we could have done better. Okay, push over. Push over. I don't know why you're struggling so much with supply, but... Won't argue it. We'll just accept it. And I'm going to use ground attack on there. They are looking very weak. Ah, Italy. Okay. Interesting. Let's not have that happen. No, 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 no. We don't accept this. What are we dealing with? And you know what? I'm going to move a unit from Alexandria to counteract that. Because that is unacceptable. Oh, no you don't. I see you there. Tricky fuckers. One unit. No way. It ain't happening. Everyone apart from that cavalry division. I have no idea what we just found, but what it is, I don't like it. We're going to beat them there. Yes. Well done. Seriously, you thought you could land one... Unacceptable. Sink them. Right, let's see if the game crashes. Nope, didn't crash. Felt like it was going to there, didn't it? Small arms, 42, twin engine airframe, 4 engine airframe, and again. We have 9 convoys. We finally have a positive variance on convoys. Keep going. Keep producing them. We're now building them quicker than they can sink them. Okay. This is starting to look at least workable. Right, let's use another division. We'll use our Air Force there again. And I need them to get over the line there. I need them to punch in there. We're softening them up slowly but surely. I'll get there on the 27th. Keep pushing. Just lost a province called Barun, apparently. But I'm not sure we did. Right. That's delayed our invasion plan a little bit, so well done, Italy. That's up here. That's not really relevant, is it? Welsh divisions are doing well. It's going to be a crushing Italian defeat. And we've caught the Bismarck there. Come on. Oh, that's a stupid place to park up. Seriously? They're going... This is desperation, this. Keep moving around our garrison units. I'm not even going to handle that. They can handle that themselves. You don't need me to deal with that. 7th Armoured has pushed up well and truly. I don't think these militia units are going to be much good in stopping it. Let's get you on there. Let's board them. Really? Come on. Should be able to land more than one. Really? Okay. Interesting. I don't think we can do this with one Marine division. No, you know what? Let's move up to Benghazi. And then we can plan it more accurately. I mean, to be honest, we might not even need them. The 7th Armoured Division, Desert Rats, is just... It ain't stopping. Look at it go. 8 miles an hour. We're just gonna... We are seriously going to push past that militia unit so quickly. And they're relocating forces. Hold there and there. It's Breivik where we need to move in. We do have a Norwegian unit supporting us. And we're going to unhinge them on one end. Where are you? There we go. Go. Now, I know I'm not giving any attention to the Yugoslavian front, but that can, you know, it's not going to hold forever. But I don't want to deal with it, to be honest. They can handle all that themselves. Better them than me. I'd rather have Norway on side. I have a feeling we're going to push through here very easily. Air support is the deciding factor at the moment, and yeah. As if on cue, we were able to form that defensive line on the river and blunt their assault. Let's start moving on to the next units. It's May 1st. I'll record for another sort of 10 minutes or so. Make it an hour-long episode because this has been a good one. There we go, and we've sunk another transport ship. And in fact, let's use the transport navy here. And if I did a landing at Mistrata, for example, that would probably unhinge their whole force. Oh, and the Cav are racing ahead. Look at that. Look at them go. In their Vickers light tanks. Oh, there we go. Right, so we've got the 7th. let's get organised. So yeah, we will get more forces organised. It's asked for more money. Trade expired. Nelson was lost. And I think this is a good place to end the episode. So thank you very much for watching. I look forward to seeing the next one when hopefully we'll get the upper hand against them. Thanks again. Bye-bye.